This video is going to show you how to warp your Cricut loom so that you can make the scarf project that comes in the loom. Okay, to begin warping your rigid heddle loom, you're going to start by having your heddle in a neutral position, and then you're going to begin by having this apron bar come under the back bar and then over top of it towards the heddle. Now I've already tied a piece of yarn on here. I'm going to move there you go, so you can see it. But what you'll do is you'll lay your ball of yarn down on the floor behind your loom, and then you'll come up here and tie a knot around the apron bar. And once that is completed, you'll begin your warping. For this particular project, they tell you to warp the first 2 slots with blue and then do 8 slots with green, and then you're going to repeat it. And actually, before you even start doing that, one other thing that you need to do is to measure the distance from here, this bar right here in the front, to your warping peg, which is here. And I believe the directions say it should be 50 inches, but you may want to double check on that one in your directions. So let's come back to warping. So you've already tied your yarn, your blue yarn, onto the apron rod right here. Make sure you can see. Okay, and then what you're going to do is to take your heddle hook, and I like to have my hook so the hook part is facing down. Maybe you can see that. And so you're going to put your heddle hook through the first slot, and then you're going to come back to the back and grab onto your yarn and just pull it through the slot. Once it's pulled through, you can just grab a hold of it with your fingers, and you're going to keep pulling back and pulling back until eventually, let me see where I'm going, you're going to come back. Let's see, where is my heddle hook? Or not my heddle hook, I'm sorry, my warping hook, warping peg. You're going to come back and wrap that loop around the warping peg. Then you'll come back again to the heddle part, and this time I'm going to have to take my yarn and go under the apron rod. And you'll see this is necessary, otherwise you'd just be unwrapping it. It's pretty easy to tell what you're doing there. And so now I'm going to take the hook through the second slot, hook it on, and then pull it through, and once again follow it all the way back, bringing it back to the warping peg. Back to the warping peg, there we go. And then come back again. And now this time I'm going to change colors. So I'm going to use the green yarn that comes with it, because the directions say to use 2 blues and then 8 green. So I'm going to find the end of the green and just drop it on the floor. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tie a knot and tie it onto the apron rod, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to come back around to the front and grab my hook again. If you can hear that bell in the background, that's my dog itching. Take the hook through here and bring the green through. And once again, I'll just bring this green back through here all the way back and hook it onto the warping peg. My dog is trying to get the yarn. Libby! Hey! Libby! Leave it! Libby! Leave it! Okay, so I'll continue doing this, bringing the green through. So far I've done 1, I'm on to number 2, and the directions call for me to do 8 with the green, and then start again with 2 blue. So I'll continue doing this part of the warping, and then I will come back for step 2. And again, I'm putting this around the warping peg.